Alright guys, welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. So we got a little bit of an update towards the card acquisition coming in January. Nothing too crazy, but it definitely is a good start. And the fact that they're giving us the information a little bit earlier is definitely nice. And I still think it's worth talking about. So let's just jump into it. Alright, so this was posted only a few minutes ago actually now on the actual Marvel Snap Discord. So as Marvel Snap grows, we've seen how acquiring cards has become progressively more difficult. Your feedback has been heard loud and clear. It's helped us identify and prioritize a number of major concerns. Those concerns are the overall lack of agency in acquiring new cards, new users struggling to get meta cards faster as it takes too long to earn the Series 3 cards, returning players struggling to catch up after missing a season or more of new cards and rewards, the randomness of spotlight caches feeling frustrating. We've taken these concerns seriously and in the process of improving the way players can acquire these cards in game. Currently we have a design we think addresses many of the above issues. However, rebuilding some of the core aspects of Marvel Snap takes some time to get right. We're in the process of gathering additional feedback on the design while the team works into production. So it's kind of cool, right? Like they're saying, okay, this is what we plan to do. Here's some of the things. Let us know what you think and maybe they'll improve it again later on. However, they do say we don't have the exact date of completion yet, but it will take a few months. It's a good thing to hear him say it, but like, well, we have to deal with what we have right now for a few months. But I guess some of the stuff they're going to lay down here, this is going to be a little band-aid, as they do say, that's going to improve, I guess, the next coming weeks or basically the start of 2025. So in the meantime, we are taking some steps near-term to improve the quality of life around the card acquisition in the January patch, which, when would that be then? What, like the start of January? They will be doubling the rate drop of Series 3 cards in collector's reserves from 2 out of 9 to 4 out of 9. So you're now going to be able to, I guess, complete if you're a new player. Although I guess if you watch this video, you're probably not likely to be a new player. You can now acquire Series 3 cards of half the time. I mean, that's definitely a big improvement, right? That is a 50% speed increase towards completing Series 3. Like, we definitely shouldn't be downplaying that a little bit. This will subsequently reduce the time newer players need to acquire all of Series 3 cards. This is a band-aid fix, but something we can do quickly. Just in the meantime, I guess we'll take it, right? And then this one is like, all right, how do I feel about this one? They've increased the token payouts for the Spotlight Caches duplicates from 1,000 tokens towards 2,000 tokens. Definitely a big improvement. Should it be 3,000? Maybe not, right? Because I tend to just get a Series 3 for choice, which I guess is kind of fine, right? We know there are multiple issues with Spotlight Caches. That's good for him to say that, really. But one of the biggest ones and the biggest complaints is the pulling a duplicate from the 4th slot from your hard-earned Spotlight key. I mean, yeah, recently I pulled... I mean, I'm not collection complete, right? Like, I'm still like a new YouTuber. I'm still trying to get every card, basically. And, like, I think last season... I only opened Frigga, and I also bought the Agent Venom, and I opened 2 Spotlight Caches recently, and I got both of them. I'm missing so many cards from Series 5, and the 2 Series 5 cards that I do get, I get 2 of the Series 5 cards that I owned and pulled previously. That felt really bad, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there should be a difference between pulling a Series 4 card and Series 5 card. One, I think they should be weighted 50-50, for being honest, because apparently they are weighted like, what, 60, 66 over 33, but I really feel like it's more with that, like, if you get a Series 5 card, if you get lucky enough to pull a Series 5 card and you get a duplicate, it shouldn't be at the same value at was 1k, or I guess now 2k, compared to when you pull a Series 4 card. I feel like at that point, they should definitely make like at least a Series 5 card duplicate that you do pull be at least for like 3k tokens, because then that'll feel a little bit better. Because like if you hit the jackpot of getting a Series 5 card, but you unfortunately already owned it, that feels even worse. They do say again, this change is a band-aid, but a fairly straightforward that we can release very, very quickly. And as mentioned, we are planning for an even bigger series drop in the first quarter of 2025, which basically covers all the way up until March. So yeah, that is basically the little update that's coming in January, by the way, not now or tomorrow, which honestly just makes the actual Marvel Rival Spotlight Caches even worse, because not only were some of the Series 5 cards been basically downgraded towards Series 4 like Sasquatch and X-23, and the spotlights themselves being awfully terrible, they're now telling us that, hey, if you put a duplicate in your spotlight caches, you're still going to get 1k, but soon after the Marvel Rivals collab leaves, you're going to be able to get 2k. So, like, honestly, really, really bad timing, which is a really bad shame, because, like, Marvel Rivals is, like, one of the better collabs they've done. Basically, the only collab they've done with, like, new cards and some of the cooler characters. Like, generally, I do think all the cards here are cool. So, yeah, the 2 big changes are basically, as you can see right here, you're going to have a 50% increase to complete series Series 3, but I'd say for majority of players, this isn't that much of a big thing. They do talk about the returning players struggling to catch up, haven't really gave a fix towards that in this solution, but at least they mentioned it. And then the token payout for getting a duplicate is better, but it's still not the full fix. Where like, I really wish they would have just said, okay, it's now 50-50, or even anything. Be weighted more towards Series 5, right? Why is this Series 4 like 60% chance of whether it actually is to get a Series 4 card? And yeah, the fact that it's still the same amount of tokens you get for a Series 4 compared to a Series 5, if you do get lucky enough to get that, still feels really bad. And as they have mentioned, they are going to do a bigger series drop in the first quarter of 2025, which typically means they're probably going to do it towards the end of the quarter, which does mean it's going to be around February, March, maybe even late March. But we do see this little bundle here, which is coming February 20th, which is Anti-Venom. You can buy a bundle, which obviously gets you the card, right? And it's quite cheap. It's a gold bundle and not that expensive. 4.5k, obviously still quite expensive. But the bundle itself is really good value. I mean, we don't really get that many good gold bundles recently, and the fact you get free tokens, free collector tokens, and a Series 5 card, and a newer one being that, right? Like he's, well, been like 3 months old by then. And this might be one of the solutions in terms of fixing the card acquisition. You know, rather than returning Anti-Venom in a Spotlight cache, which is probably what they should do anyway, right? We already know the February Spotlight, so we do know that he's not coming out during the month of February in terms of Spotlight caches, but you can buy him though, and it being a pretty good bundle as well. And yeah, if they start doing that with like other cards, like Gwenpool, for example, I wouldn't mind it too much. So yeah, that is kind of it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. From the looks of it, everyone is saying it's a pretty good start. It's just a shame it's coming in January and not right now, because I know people, including myself, although I don't think I'm going to be opening Spotlight caches for Doom. I might just buy him, but even then I might not even buy him. But I likely will be opening some spotlights for Hogue and maybe even Rocket as well. And if I get that random Series 4 or 5 card that is a duplicate and I get 1k tokens, that's going to feel even worse a little bit. So a little bit of shame they're not doing it now with the new spotlights, because everyone will be opening them. But hey, it's a good start. So guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.